big topic I want to talk about today. The effect of the chemicals in everything, making the frogs gay.
Fucking hell. God, that was so big for so long. He was right. Like, maybe not about that, but like about...
Nah, they are definitely gay. They are.
Probably gay frogs. That's the true crisis.
I know many frogs, and a lot of them are gay.
Why'd you hang out with gay frogs?
Nah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Get in, boys.
Family friend of a friend of a family friend. Yeah, today in the modern age, there's a lot of unknown things being put in literally everything that we buy and use that we don't know about, and I want to bring them to light and shun Big Pharma and all the companies that were trying to poison us and make us docile. The main thing is pretty much literally like everywhere. It's quite sad how it's literally in everything now.
Unless you make it yourself, you're probably not gonna like. Even if you make it yourself these days, background radiation. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna talk about plastic. You don't really make plastic yourself.
No, you know what I mean. Like if you make it. There's a zero waste shop in Mold opening.
Oh really?
Yeah. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where is it?
You know where Spavins is?
Yeah.
It's like just next to that.
Was it just like a
don't know, yeah,
like a Tesco shop or like?
I think so, but like zero waste.
That's pretty cool.
I've got no idea.
It is the future. It's got to be the future, isn't it? Like,
well, yeah, it has to be if we want to stay on this fucking planet. Go on, carry on.
Yeah. So, in plastics, like your clear, like hard plastic, or the majority of plastics, this is one chemical called BPA, and it means bisphenol A. And it's in literally everything from like your bottles, even like frying pans, like the non-stick in frying pans.
Yeah, the Teflon.
Yeah.
It's bad for your brain, apparently.
Yeah.
Hit the mic.
Just food packaging, like the plastic packaging you get like in meats, like and like cheese and all that. It's in that, and essentially it acts as kind of like estrogen. It's an endocrine being your hormones. It's a disruptor of that. So I did some research, done a
Nice,
10-minute Google search. So everything about this is 100% true, as Google
we saw it on
said.
the internet, so
Disclaimer, like, the name of the podcast is literally biased, uneducated, and prejudiced. Do not believe a single word we say. Like, do your own research, of course.
No. I think our word is the fable,
the
truth.
Yeah. I said it, so it must be true. So it's especially harmful in like when like babies in like the fetus is exposed to it when developing in the womb. So essentially, it causes feminization of male fetuses.
Jesus.
So literally, turning the frogs gay.
See, this is what I mean, bro. He was right about a lot of shit.
Yeah. It's a shame how he was kind of like, everyone kind of like branded him as like a crazy person.
Well, yeah, that was.
He is definitely he is somewhat of a crazy person.
But those burdened with knowledge, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Atrophy. So I've got like a list of like this long list, long list. You can't really see if you can see on the camera. A long list of just effects. So atrophy of the testes, reduced sperm count, sperm motility, which is like how fast they move about. Yeah, and density.
Yeah. Sperm density.
Yeah, like
how many per
per like whatever, like, bro. We've just finished this topic now, like human reproductive system in biology. And it was so awkward, like sitting there, just like Miss Speed talking about like sperm and like how, literally, like it's just kind of like.
Can I do a demonstration, please?
You're just sitting there, like.
Yeah, that is painful. Sorry, but speaking about testes, I will come back to this. Yeah, I actually do. Have you ever like watched The Move? Have you never done this?
Wait. Say again.
Have you ever watched The Move? Like, if you just sit down, and, like lie down.
Yeah.
Why do they do that? That's something I want to know.
I thought it was like temperature control, wasn't it? Like they ripple, and like it's not just like a little bit of movement. Well, 'cause it's in a sack, isn't it? It's not like my finger. Like if I just sit down and watch it, it's gonna stay still, isn't it? Like it's in a sack of like fluid.
Yeah, but like the amount it moves is a bit fucked up sometimes.
It's making the testosterone, bro, isn't it?
Sure.
Like, you're a functioning healthy male.
Anyway, carry on about that. I got distracted.
Increased prostate size. This is gonna be an awkward one.
Isn't that a good thing though?
No. So yeah, I thought that and did some more research.
Yeah.
Where is it? Fuck's sake. So yeah, the prostate it makes fluids that help transport the semen.
Wait, how? How's the prostate? What?
Like it's an organ thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but the prostate's like
Any doctors
hair. The balls are hair.
like a tube or something. I don't know.
Yeah, so this 10-minute research Google session.
It was in school. It was in the library. Like, I was doing it in the library. So someone's like looking over my shoulder, like, "What is the prostate?"
How to
Semen.
reach the prostate.
Semen. Like, they're looking over my shoulder and they're watching my phone. It's gonna be a bit awkward, isn't it?
God, imagine doing it on one of the fucking computers.
You're doing it so like where it faces everyone.
Yeah.
So you just semen. Ball.
Fucking hell.
So like an increased prostate size, it like puts pressure on like the kidneys and other organs around it, which is going to damage them. So that can lead to an increased urge to pee.
Got that. Yeah, we've got a large prostate.
You know when you get like a weird feeling or like you sort of feel ill and you go on WebMD and you're like, what
I've
is wrong with me?
I've got cancer.
Yeah, it's like you've got 3 hours left to live.
Yeah.
Call 999 immediately. Blood in the semen and or urine.
Wait, is it not supposed to be red? Sorry, carry on.
Pain, urinating and ejaculating.
I get pain doing the last two sometimes.
Really?
But I also
I'm gonna check that out,
viciously, like, I'm talking like...
Proper tug. Give it a proper tug.
Yeah. Punch myself in the balls a little as well. I'm going at it. It gives me, you know, the pain you get in your stomach when you get punched in the balls.
Yeah. Nah.
If this is an
Mine
hour
would,
long,
mine would shut off if I did that. Just put yourself in the balls. Just nah.
do you reckon you physically could? No. If I was like, Louis, I'll give you $1,000 if you can punch yourself in the balls as hard as you can.
A grand.
Yeah, you would.
Go on
Yeah.
for a grand, mate. Go on.
But that's mental strength to be able to do that.
Delayed gratification. Pain in the short term for gains in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think about the long term, bro. Anyway, back to the list.
Mm-hmm.
Shortened AGD, which is the AGD is like the gooch. Yeah, so the gooch. Because if you think about it, shorter ADG equals less testosterone. If you think about it, males have a much larger, longer gooch than females.
If you've done research on this as well, male gooch images.
Yeah. Disruption of BTB, which means blood test.
bitches.
Cannot disrupt the BTB bitches.
Sorry, what does that actually mean?
Blood testes barrier, which essentially.
Sorry. Right, we're children.
You can tell we're 17.
Yeah.
Which that essentially makes like a sort of like micro environment for like spermatogenesis, which is making of sperm.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. It'll affect the male reproductive health. So like you're gonna have a decreased libido, and ED. They're like it was. I don't think it's not quite widespread in the population yet, and I hope it doesn't. But especially in like it was saying online, like factory workers who are constantly exposed to that like plastics and the chemicals, when they like analyze their urine samples, they had like high amounts, and then they did report those effects, which is pretty scary.
Oh, it's scary.
And in I can't remember who it was. I'll probably try and link it below if I find it. It was a Joe Rogan podcast guest, and she like for like years she's been. I've talked to you about it before.
Oh, the one you sent me ages ago.
Yeah.
That
She's
one.
like studied it for like 20 years or whatever, and she was saying how it's not like something like I can just like go cold turkey on. When they analysed it in rats, we don't know in humans yet how long it takes to completely flush out of the system. but it took 3 generations to eliminate this plastic.
Oh, so we're fucked. Sorry. Yeah, we're like, maybe just carry on doing what we're doing then, because we're fucked.
Yeah, so...
Jesus Christ.
3 generations. See, with mice, it's like a couple of years tops. With mice.
Because mice, but that's like...
With humans, it's a much longer time, for like 300 years, roughly.
Fucking hell.
Which is a long, long time. Like, to be able to eliminate that, because it's everywhere. Like, even in like the water, like there's microplastic in the water.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't even know, like, in your tap.
Yeah.
Like, is there going to be microplastic in your tap?
You just get like fluoride, which is a big one because like it's marketed by dentists as like healthy for your teeth, but apparently it's also really bad for your brain. Your like pineal gland, so it calcifies it, turns it like stone.
What is the pineal gland?
The pineal gland is like the third eye. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's the bit of the brain that like produces DMT where you sleep.
Oh right, okay. I sometimes like when I'm meditating, I like do Wim Hof, I like feel a sensation like here, which is always pretty cool. I try and focus on that.
Yeah, that'll be it.
And so doing a bit more research, it in the testes as well, BPA inhibits like antioxidant enzymes. So possibly a relief for that is to take antioxidants to help kind of counterbalance that. Got a bit more.
See, that's an interesting point. Actually, taking things to fix that issue. I take vitamin D pills, but my vitamin D pills come in a little plastic tub. So at that point,
it depends on like what it is, like what's in, like what you're containing it in. I think with like a tablet, it's not really going to be like transferring much, I wouldn't think.
Okay.
But especially it said with like acidic foods in like a plastic tub,
like it breaks down.
That's really dangerous.
Oh shit.
And essentially as well with on like the frying pan, one of the recommendations was to like cook on a low heat, because then less of the BPA is going to come out. But another thing to watch out for is when you get like the BPA free plastics, sometimes they replace that with another compound called BPS, which is
God fucking hell.
Yeah, right.
They will fuck you in any way they can.
Which is essentially possibly even more potent and powerful than BPA.
What do we do?
So we've got to just cut out plastic. Like zero plastic.
Bro,
there are good alternatives. Like I've got a plastic bottle. Well, it's not a plastic bottle. it's made from sugarcane, which is essentially it feels exactly the same as plastic. It looks the same, and it's hard and it's strong. But there's no it's made from sugarcane, and sugarcane there's like a certain type they use, and it's is it sugarcane? It's sugarcane or bamboo. And that's like the fastest growing plant. Yeah, plant.
Bamboo.
It's like the fastest growing plant. It's like super sustainable because like you don't have to replant it; it just grows back. It's really good for the environment.
Bamboo is a very it's a sticky one because you can. I remember ages ago seeing posts about people that would take bamboo seeds and throw them in their neighbours' gardens because once it starts growing, it's fucked.
Oh.
You cut it down, it's gonna grow again, and it grows so fucking fast. Yeah. So I used it in like torture way back when because they'd like stick you over it and wait for it to grow through you because it'll grow straight and it'll grow so fast it'll take like 8 hours and you're done.
Fuck.
Imagine there are some fucked up old torture methods.
Jesus. So on the continued trend of like the testosterone, because every male wants more testosterone, like up to the point where it's like where you get to that dangerous point where like your organs will not start getting fucked. Like as naturally as possible, you want like as high testosterone as possible because there's no downside until you start going too high.
You get acne.
I suppose
that's why I had such bad acne as a young teenager because I was just such an alpha male Chad.
Carrying on with the trend of like testosterone in like antiperspirants.
Oh, the aluminium.
Aluminium. Aluminium is what blocks and clogs your pores to stop you from sweating. That essentially mimics estrogen. So obviously avoid that. And in like skincare products and like some like shower gels and shampoos and whatnot is parabens.
Oh yeah, I think my face cream is paraben free.
Okay, yeah, that mimics estrogen as well.
Nice.
Well, I ordered yesterday. I've got from, do you know Bulldog? It's a skincare brand.
Yeah, that's what mine is from.
Yeah. I've ordered like face wash and like moisturizer and like some like skincare products. I've only got like the cheap bottles from like Boots.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get some like proper like healthy kind of stuff for my skin. They've got good shower gel as well.
Yeah, they've got that like lemon and sandalwood one.
Yeah. And also I got I seen on Instagram there's a brand called Dr. Squatch. I don't know if you've seen the adverts. It's just like natural like soap and like skincare products and whatnot. So I got some of that. I think the appeal for me is as well, obviously, like with the chemicals, is to live just more like of a natural lifestyle.
Yeah, you're on that. Like,
I think that's kind of like the appeal of like Liver King, because it's like people see him like, fed up of like modern day kind of shit, and you see him like in his ranch, like just fucking like walking about and shit. Like he's got his top off and he's fucking shredded and eating like raw liver and like raw like testicles and shit and organs. There is like a kind of appeals to you like deep down, like that
primitive state.
Yeah, because it's kind of like there wasn't as much like health concerns that we have today, like diabetes and whatnot, than there was back then, and it looks cool as well, like
eating raw testes.
That's pure testosterone right there.
True.
He's definitely on like tren or something though.
Yeah, 100%.
Like you're not gonna get like him eating raw liver and bone marrow.
No.
But there is like it is with like the alpha like of the pack, like a pack of wolves or something. They always get the first pick, and they get the organs because the organs are the most nutritious. So obviously they're the strongest, and that's pretty much what we would have
been like
eating back then. A few plants, a few leaves as well from some trees and berries and shit. There is an appeal to that, and the way he lives. Have you seen his house?
No.
There's like the way it's made. Like he's got like it's called like Faraday paint, and it like blocks all like signals, so you can't get any like phone signal in there. He's got like Faraday curtains. His bed is like on the ground, like it's just like it's like a little bit up, and it's like all made himself. What is else? He's got like there's no Wi-Fi in there. It's just all like Ethernet ports if they need to do it. And there's like the couches, because couches and a lot of like cars, what gives it like that fresh car smell, the fresh like couch smell, they have chemicals that radiate off, which can cause allergic reactions and make you allergic to stuff.
Interesting.
And can affect the brain and might be carcinogenic. I can't pronounce it. Yeah. So that's his is like custom made. So they don't give off him chemicals. Obviously, it's difficult for like if you want to get a new couch.
Yeah.
The other alternative to that, I just get like a second-hand couch. But obviously, it's a second-hand couch, isn't it? Because those chemicals would have, depending on how long ago it was, would have been given off. Yeah,
radiated off. It's like that sort of lifestyle. It sounds cool in principle, but to get into it, I feel like you need money.
Yeah.
It's not like unless you want to build it all yourself. But where are you going to get the materials from? Timber is at the most expensive it's ever been.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it from the war?
I've got no idea. It was like timber prices were going up. Oh, fucking seen they've like in the UK. I don't know if it's like worldwide. I assume it's not. They've put energy prices up by 50%.
Oh.
Yeah, inflation's reached like 7.8% or something. I don't know.
No, what happened? That's what happens when you lock the economy down and then a fucking war starts.
Oh yeah, was like petrol is like almost like £2.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I think it was LA. That's like $9.
Yeah, there was a video of it literally going up by the second. The guy's recording it, and it just goes like 4.8, 4.9, 4. All the way to like 7. And it's like what?
It was on Instagram as well. It was like it's reached. Have you seen I Am Legend?
Oh yeah, in the background. Yeah,
it's reached I Am Legend prices.
That's so scary. Fucking hell, man.
There was one more thing about the
plastic.
Not plastic, there's another chemical. Nitrates and nitrites. It's in a lot of like meat. It's used as like a preservative. It was a bit contradictory what I found, but it was like some said that nitrates are bad because it can like damage your blood vessels and arteries and like clog them. But then some said it was good for them. But I found the difference. It's all about how it's like cooked. So just read some of the stuff I found. So it can increase your heart rate, cause nausea and headaches when you're like overexposed to it. It can damage blood vessels, and arteries are more likely to harden and narrow, which lead to heart disease. And it may develop diabetes, increase cancer risk. And so when you cook nitrate or nitrites, it'll either break down into nitric oxide, which is good. That will reduce your blood pressure, and apparently it can also enhance like spawning performance. But the bad one is nitrosamines when you cook it at like a high temperature. So again, like the BPA, cook it at a lower temperature as well. It can be carcinogenic if you're cooked at too high of a heat, and nitrosamines are the main carcinogen in tobacco smoke. So when you're buying meat, make sure you like read the ingredients. Make sure you watch out for sodium nitrate, sodium nitrite, potassium nitrate, and potassium nitrite. If you want to reduce like your exposure to it, we should all do this anyway. But like buy local, find like a local supplier. Like you go to your butchers and whatnot. Make sure they're not like using any of that stuff as well. And you fry a lower heat for longer and cook.
Fair.
So those are some of the chemicals. Hopefully, people can gain some insight from that.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, it's just convenience is the real issue. The fact that like I can do all that and avoid this, and then have to spend more money than if I just go to Tesco and buy that one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, butchers can be quite expensive.
Yeah.
But it is important just to support local businesses as well.
Yeah, always
isn't it?
support local business. AKA palaceware.co.uk.
If you've got the choice, then you should go to a local shop rather than like a big chain supermarket.
Yeah. No, I agree.
With the like boosting testosterone thing, because there's a lot of like testosterone boosters, like natural testosterone boosters. The important thing to remember is like just focus on the basics first. Like if you're not exercising regularly, and you're like stressed out, and you've got bad mental health, and you've got a poor quality diet, then your testosterone is going to be low anyway. Once you get those sorted out, and then you can focus on like the ashwagandha.
Zinc oxide and ashwagandha make you come loads.
I've actually ordered some zinc and magnesium supplements.
You have to mix them to see like what you should do. Do different tests. Get like a ruler out and just say, okay, 8 centimeters.
Zinc and magnesium are actually good supplements for testosterone as well. Apparently, zinc's like what makes you like you have like big loads.
Big loads. Oh my god. Oh my god. Big loads.
Shouldn't have said that.
You should not clip it.
See, I make these clips, so I could just like not use it.
Yeah, you could. You very much could.
Yeah, that's used in like the semen production. So that's the science behind it and how you get the big load.
Oh god. Fair though. It's always good to have big loads, I guess. Big loads.